staying on VC, drinking beer. I hope everybody's doing well. Cheers. So today I'm gonna share with you guys. I'm gonna do another A to Z series. I'm gonna do 7 inches today. I'm gonna share 7 inches with you guys. I've been on a kick of making mixtapes, so I've been pulling out a lot of 7 inches, and I decided to share with you today. Yeah, and today there's no much talk to be done here because all these records I'm about to show you in my book, they're all fucking epic. So yeah, I could just define every single record that I'm about to share with you as epic. And also, one of the things that prompted me to do a video this week, which I was not planning on doing it because running out of time, a little bit too busy these days. It's like it seems like the vinyl community concept, idea, or the community itself, if you believe in that, which I do. There's definitely a community here. It seems like it's kind of fading away. I don't know why. I think like the hype of vinyl collecting finally is tapering down, which is great. One thing that I'm stoked is that now I'm gonna go every time I go to a record store, clearly you can see that records that I'll say like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, last 15 years, when this resurgence of vinyl happened and a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon. It seems like a lot of those, they got tired of it's not the current hype, so their collections now are for sale and for cheap on bargain bins. Good for us. So if you're still here, if you're still buying records, still love your punk rock dearly, let me show you some rad shit A to Z. All right, this is kind of like a punk all over the world. Let's start with absolute classic from 1988. This is from Peru. I'm talking about the Attack Frontal, their debut. This was released in 2005 on Burrito Records. This was a good fucking deed that this label did to all us that are into punk rock, because this is an absolute classic. This is pretty much like straightforward what Maine conceive as Central South American early 80s hardcore. This is an absolute banger, classic Attack Frontal. Showing this one, I might have showed this record before, but the other day I heard someone saying that I never understood the hype about The Boys. Well, go listen to The Boys First Time. Absolute classic from 77 on NAMS Records. 3 bangers here. First Time, What You Gonna Do, Turning Gray. Yeah, if you don't understand the hype about The Boys, it's because you never listened to this one. Boys from England. From Switzerland, absolute classic. Chin Chin, We Don't Want to Be Prisoners. Fucking badass all-female band. No. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, all-female band, trio. I've shared stuff by them the year before. This is their debut. This is a fucking banger. Super catchy, melodic, rad shit. They toured with New Model Army, if that means anything to you. Absolute classic right here. Banger. It's all banger and epic. Bangers, epic. From Austria, 83. Well known for all the fans of Killed by Dead comps, but I'm gonna show this one here today. The Dead Needles anti-new wave Liga. Yeah, it's pretty much what this is. This is very frantic pogo I'll say frantic pogo hardcore from '83. That's my description for you on this one. Classic right here. Awesome record that you know, I listened to this shit. I was like, wow, this shit is so good. You know, it's one of those that ends up being forgotten on shelves, but this is epic. This is from Sweden, either or Ernest and the Edson Rebels, Abort the System, 1984. This is fucking awesome. This is like abrasive hardcore meets UK82 with sing along, or some say refer to gang chorus. This was recorded in 1984, however didn't see the light of day until I think like 2010 or so. Japanese label put this out, and this is fucking epic. Another epic, absolute epic. This is a classic, an absolute classic from France, 1986. This is just Fleet Talks, a banger right here. This is a reissue, I don't know, many years ago, 15 maybe. Fucking fantastic. This is just anthemic punk rock. Great guitar riffs, great music structure throughout every single song. This is, yeah, French punk at its best. From Sweden, gonna show, I think it's the third EP. The first EP is a split with Filthy Christians. But this record, man, since I bought this shit when this came out and was hooked on this ever since. This is from 1990, and I'm talking about Gank's masterpiece as the cover art might make you believe, and rightfully so. This is a narco punk, but I'll say this is like a narco crust D beat. Classic, absolute classic. Absolute classic. Age. So we're doing this A to Z. From Poland, a band that I shared their full album before, but today I'm sharing this absolute banger right here. This is Oma Militia. I think this is 19. Did I write? I didn't write it down. This is from Poland. I believe 1995. Split with another legendary band, Disclose. So Disclose being like just raw D beat from Japan. Oma Militia is, you know, a narco crust, female male trading vocals. Absolutely, this is excellent. From Spain, a fucking classic. This is an absolute classic. This is a record that the word epic applies to it. This came out in 1983. I'm talking about Interterror, Adios Lili Marlene. This record kind of sounds like it looks. It's epic. If you're not familiar with this is a must. Check it out. Jay from San Francisco, USA. One of those 80s power pop jams. Love this fucking EP. This came out on Subterranean Records, and they're talking about the Jars. Awesome. Awesome. 3 tunes start right now. Electric Third Rail, Power Pop List, killer cover of Sonic Psycho. Yeah, banger right here. So we're just banging today. Another banger from Finland. Decided to show this one today. I think this is their third. This is from 79, if I'm not mistaken. Third or fourth. Can't recall right now. Talking about Calentini. Sid Vicious. Decided to show this one because this one is so fucking... there's like, if you're familiar with the band, Calentini does carry their sound. They carry some melody, some melancholy. Here is like straightforward pogo punk, 77 punk rock, no thrills, fucking ripper right here. Now we're gonna go for L. We're gonna go to Brazil, 1982. This record is one of those records that is definitely my top 5 favorite records. EPs came out of Brazil, first wave of punk. You know, some days I even could state that this is my favorite Brazilian punk record ever. This is Lixomania. This is classic. If you like Brazilian early hardcore, this is not like as fast as Scandinavian hardcore influenced as Olho Seco, which was a band that I shared on my previous video. He has a little bit more bounce. Yeah, classic right here. M, going to France. Legendary, epic, classic band, and this record is nothing but epic and anthemic. This is Molodoi. If you come across this thing, do not hesitate. This is awesome. This is beautiful. Molodoi, classic, French, anthemic as it can be. It's one of those records that you just put your arms up in the air and you go with it. Fucking banger. And I gotta go to Mexico, 2014. This is, I love this thing to death. I know I'm gonna use the band Mess as a reference because it's a band that I know that at least you know, younger generations, people that are now in their 20s, they're very excited about it, and rightfully so. It's an awesome band. These guys do not sound like Mess. There's similarities there. They just been around. This is just a decade prior to it. This is a demo. I'm talking about Narcos Estado. This is overall just like beautiful melodies, anthemic. Each song is an anthem. It's raw. There's almost like this little dark wave tone creeping in. He's not the Oi division, but he has that. This is amazing. I don't know what happened to these guys. I have one more EP, which is a split with Ausencia, which was a phenomenal band from LA. This is like one of those records that you know, you just, again, I just say this is just one of those records that keeps the punk fire burning for me. You know, throughout the years, you know, it's like there was moments, I'm not gonna lie, but there was moments in time that I was kind of like bored with the current scenes, you know, what was going on, but there was always that band that will pop and it was like, fuck yeah, hell yeah. 2014, Narcos Estado was one of those bands for me, and this record has the same effect today as it did back then. This is fucking amazing. US of A, 2014 as well, and this is just an absolute banger. And because you guys know that I like to leave my 2 cents of nonsense, I'm just gonna show this because this record came out 11 years ago, but it's an absolute banger. You guys know this. Off. I love Off, everything they did. Awesome. Absolutely phenomenal. Everybody should be familiar with Off, right? This record, dude. Learn to Obey. I See Through You. God, that does apply to the current state of things. Banger. 79, Sweden. Classic. Pizoar. What a fucking record. This is just a absolute 77 punk jam. I'll describe this as fierce pogo punk. This is a banger as well. And Q, guess what? Another queers for you. Yep. Well, this is fucking rad. It does go with the times we're living in as well. Look at the title, these two titles. I'm Pissed and Pull Me Out of It. R, 1985, came out on Toxic Shock Records. I believe this record was recorded here in the United States upon their first American tour. This was a band that took America by storm. Talking about the legendary Italian hardcore band Raw Power. And WAP Hour, it's a record that I hear many people, talk about this fondly. Yeah, it's a fucking, masterpiece for sure. Talking about masterpieces from, now we go back to Sweden, 1983. This is just, I absolutely love this shit to death. Even though he opens up with a fucking awesome track called Anti-Oi. I'm talking about Swankers, PMS. Oh my god, this is absolute banger. This is just raging, trashy pogo punk from Sweden. A classic, 1983. Another one from Sweden. I just bought this recently. This came out, I believe, this year. I bought these a few months back. As soon as I saw this was available, I hope it's still available because everyone should own this record. And I'm talking about TST, The Shock Treatment, Vas Punk. This is, just classic. UK 82 meets UK 77 punk rock style of sound. Yeah, absolute classic. We're gonna go to Finland, 1997. I think they were formed in 92, but this is like Finnish hardcore, like as many know and define it. My copy is beat up. I bought this copy at the time. I bought multiple copies because I had a distro, and I was not stupid enough to not keep one for myself, and I did. Utus, Everything is Shit, and just think about this. It's an EP with 15 raging songs of Finnish hardcore. Classic. Fast and Furious hardcore. Another one from Finland, 83. This EP, I believe, this came out, I don't know when this came out. I know it didn't came out in 83. It was just released in the 2000s, I think. 2007 on Feral Ward, yeah. I think these songs were on a some propaganda sampler CD or something, but this is absolute classic. Talking about Vario. Sortoja Vainoa. Sorry, Tommy. This is just bouncy punk rock. Catchy, awesome shit. W, gonna give it to another US band, and this is fucking really good shit. This came out in the last 3 years or so. Wesley and the Boys, Switchblade Twist. This shit is great. I have a cassette called Internet Punk by them that actually was Chris from Record Talk that VCLT that, which is great. But this is, I'll say this is for Sick Thoughts fans. If you like Sick Thoughts, you're gonna love this shit. Pretty rad. X, I'm gonna give it to a British band, and one of my favorite, UK 82, even though this is from 84, I think. I'm talking about Exposes, Burnout Youth. This is just fucking rad, classic, anthemic, epic, just epic. Just epic shit. as I said. I could just say epic all the way through this shit. Why? From Australia, 79, classic shit. This is snotty, proper 77 punk. That's no other way to define this shit. Talk about young identities. If you like 77 punk, you'll love the young identities. Snotty. And last but not least, one of the best, if not the best, high-octane rock and roll bands in all world. Showing this one because I love the cover. I'm a Evil Knievel fan. Who isn't? And I'm gonna finish with this banger of a record. 2 songs. Shiva Knievel, Raped, as I said, high-octane rock and roll. Not many did it as good as Zik. Banger. I hope you guys have a great week, and I think next weekend, if I find time, I'm gonna share I'm gonna do a video focused on Canadian punk. You guys take care. Cheers.